mate. When? I need something.
What?
I need a spike strip.
I can't do that, you know that.
Let me steal one off you. I want a spike Nova.
That would be funny,
while
actually,
she's stationary at a traffic stop.
And then push her into it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got a shotgun!
No, I don't.
No.
It's a Nerf gun.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's a replica.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine then.
Full of film.
Okay, that's fine. As long as it's just a replica, it's no problem.
Yeah. Any guns around this area just always to be considered and treated as replicas.
Okay,
even
understandable.
Even if you shot with it, it's still a replica.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it going fine?
No, be better if I wasn't getting shot every day on armored car runs.
See you guys in a bit.
See you later, boys.
But yeah, okay. First things first, them not chasing the sea boost. Apparently, they weren't ready to chase it after it got flipped back up. Beric says his car was flipped, and apparently everyone else couldn't be bothered to get in their car, and they were all running around like lemmings.
Okay, so how did I have 4 units follow me then?
Apparently, because you were spiked, you were easier to get to.
Than a sea boost.
you were probably going faster in the vehicles, but yeah. That's the reasoning I was given.
But that's fine. So none of them are telling the truth there. Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah. So I had a good chat with Beric about it, and he insists that the car got out of sight, but you were still in sight and easier to keep on because of the fact you were spiked.
So yeah. Okay. So that I don't.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't agree with that.
I don't have any words, Quinn, actually, to describe that bullshit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean,
bullshit!
I wasn't there, so I can't say how easy it would have been to keep eye on you over the other car.
I mean, I was still doing 120 while I had one tyre. That sea booster literally does like 80 miles an hour in a straight with speed. Like, I really don't understand how they lost it, because we were both on an open football field. It was very much they decided to pursue me and not that car. Very, very evident.
Okay, yeah. I can only go on what I'm being told by both
I understand
sides,
that.
so
I appreciate it.
I'm just
you're
being a go-between
you're the
here
messenger.
on it.
I get it.
Like, the way you're saying it, I'm not happy that they let the boost go.
The worst thing is there was also 2 people in that boost car.
That doesn't surprise me. Beric insists that the boost car was the priority.
What? Nah, don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I understand you're the messenger, but that is the biggest load of shit I have ever heard in my life. I'm sorry, but it's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I can.
You can tell me my car's impounded for whatever, and I did whatever I did. But do not tell me that boost car was the priority. Like, that is absolutely the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. Sorry. I'm getting. I'm very passionate about this situation.
Calm down.
It's fine.
Calm down.
It's fine.
You know that song by Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
And the other guy? Calm down.
I put some calming jazz on in my AirPods.
We definitely know the only person in that duo that you're interested in, Pitar. Selena Gomez and that other guy that don't matter.
Yeah.
Chat, are you
the Spikes one? Now that's the interesting one because I've actually taken it up with Angel now, and we're going to have discussions about that. We're kind of on the putting spikes under the car. That's okay because of the way spikes are deployed.
Okay.
The pushing the vehicle over the car, whilst effective, we don't know if it's a way we want people to go, because it, like
so did they?
I can see it being really escalating.
Yeah. So I went to what I did is I flipped the boost car with my vehicle, right? Bearing in mind, I didn't know at the time, I wasn't involved in that situation. I was called to help, so I have not, regardless of what anybody says, that's me assisting in GTA. I mean, to be honest, if it was considered GTA, the cops should have chased it, in my opinion. So how can the cops be that passionate about impounding my car for GTA when they couldn't even be bothered to chase the car that was stolen?
Yeah, me personally, if I hadn't seen, I can see why they done it for GTA because technically that was the crime going
No,
on.
you know why they've done it
but
for GTA? Because it's
because
the
it's more
thing that has the most
strikes.
strikes.
Yeah,
Absolutely, like without a shadow of doubt in my mind, that's the only reason it was done.
yeah.
Jarek,
Like
thank you,
I
mate. Tier 1
probably would
5
have
months. What
split
a
the
legend, brother.
difference. Went with reckless offending because you could have been felony obstruction for helping out. But if that was all you were involved in, knocking the car over, you can go, okay, that's kind of obstruction. They weren't involved too much. You've got the reckless evading, that would have been the 3 strikes. Or we could have go GTA for the 4, which technically it can go in for, but it's quite harsh if that was the only thing you're involved in. But if now, this is the big if. If Beric was right and the sole reason it got away was because of your interference, yes, definitely GTA.
No way
But
was the sole reason
from
it
your
got away.
point of view, it wasn't the sole reason he got away. So that's why it sounds harsh from your point of view,
So,
which is why I probably would have split the difference and put it in for free.
so how do I like if I want to cause the most discomfort to the police force in regards to this? Like, how do I do it? Because I just want to. I'll be honest. I'm just really not happy with. I got my car out 2 days ago.
Yeah, the best thing you can do is take out with a judge and try to dispute the strikes on it. I'll actually see what paperwork's been done for you. Right, so what I would tell you to do is request the report, get a lawyer to request the report, and it may or may not be completed properly. They've got time to complete it. They got, so was anyone caught? J Harper was caught. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so he pled guilty, but right. So there's a report there for it.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest.
Now,
Who's Jay Harper?
if
What's he got to do in regards to me?
in regards to you, I think he was just involved in some way.
Okay.
The report isn't fully completed
What was he charged
yet.
for?
Accessory to GTA and a bunch of possession type things.
So you know what's funny? The only thing he did was intercept the cars that were trying to pit me. So my car wasn't stolen, so how is he an accessory to GTA?
Yeah, technically I'd say he's obstructing because you done the GTA.
No, I mean, I didn't even do a GTA.
Well, you weren't directly the GTA, but if you were the one involved in assisting the GTA, it's like 3 times removed by the time it gets to him.
I think the problem is, and the reason it's fine for people to make mistakes on these reports and not put the proper fines in and the proper charges in, but when it comes down to it being a hundreds of thousands of dollars mistake or hundreds of thousands of dollars, like, oh wow, you know what, fuck it, we'll put the biggest thing in, like, and then in the nicest possible way, like, people wonder why they get shot. Like, not that I'm ever good. Like, we never want to shoot cops. We never make plans to shoot cops. We're like, but at this point, like, every single time we're driving a car, like, the level that like, so why was I instantly spiked within like 5 minutes of a C boost, regardless of whether I was intercepting or whatever I was doing?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they called out to go straight to it. As
It wasn't
I said,
even called out. It was one particular officer that the whole time was sending their car into me at 120, and then every time they hit me, they went, should be out now. The car should be out now. And then it wasn't, and then they do it again, smash me into, like, not even trying for pits, just ramming. You know, literally high-speed ramming. And then they did that continuously until my car went out.
Right, was it, do you know which officer
Yes,
that
it was Nova.
Was that, it was Nova, right. Okay, so she laid the spikes and then was going into you at high speed.
I mean, I'm sure
okay.
the police have cameras in their vehicles. I'm sure you'll pretty much be able to see, you know, the continuous speed that I was rammed at to disable my car.
Yeah. Technically, I don't have access to that, but I'll see if I can get hold off some footage from someone and
Mm-hmm.
have a look into it, or get someone that's someone that can have access to that could look into it on my behalf.
Yeah, I think personally, I mean, I'm not speaking on behalf of all the mandem, but I'm just saying we've had multiple conversations with police now about trying to, you know, de-escalate situations, give a bit of give and take in certain situations, and, you know, understandably, we never go to shooting, but there were some incidences that did. Actively, you know, we are never looking to shoot, but unfortunately, these situations are being escalated way beyond any reason to us. Like, you know what I mean? So you're spiking the reason, and I'm very, very convinced every single time my vehicle has been impounded for strikes, every single time, apart from the when you caught me street racing last, which is fine. All of the other ones have been Nova instantly spiking my car. And there must have been 3 or 4 different reports that Nova has instantly spiked my vehicle and then impounded it for the maximum number of strikes involved. There was also one incident where my car was impounded for, I don't even know what it was used for, but it was impounded for felony otherwise not listed, bearing in mind my car was not even involved in it or anything. So it was just to get the strike on there to then accrue the massive cost at the impound lot. So I'm just very concerned about the police using the impound system this way, because all that does is get a reaction from criminals that will do, and what that causes, that's fight or flight. That causes inside them, well, fuck this, you're not impounding my car for $500,000. I'm gonna take my chances shooting you guys, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't shoot people. I don't have that temperament that where like I do it, but I understand why people that, you know, are confident in their ability to do it and do not mind doing that. I understand why they do it so frequently, I'll be honest. It's like, you know, today, so with the 37
fuck it.
Yeah, so with the
I'm
37
dealing with
Alpha,
something,
so
I'm Team 7.
with the 37 Alpha today, like how did that end up in a shootout? Just out of curiosity.
They couldn't get away from us, so
So
they
was it like
started
how many
blasting.
There was Air One and loads of ground units, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they kind of fucked up. They had 5 interference cars
Okay.
right from the start.
Right. Okay. Fair
Now,
enough.
what people need to understand is for every interference car that comes along, we can add at least 2 more units. So, say you normally have 4 people in the chase. Next thing you know, you got 5 interference cars. That can up it to 14 units involved.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I understand that. So obviously when I flipped that car today, there was no other interference vehicles until that point. But there was already like at least 5 units facing that C-class boost. You know, with their Tauruses. That so you know that was occupied times 2. But then, yeah, I don't know. I think Spike. I'll be honest. I think you know what gets me. Spikes. I think spikes a bit personally from my point of view. I think spikes are used way too early. When I'm not a good driver, okay, the chances of you guys catching me with my tires on were probably still the same probability as if you'd have spiked me instantly. Like,
so the problem for you when you're an interference vehicle is when we start spiking is based on the initial crime. So say that it is a boost. We decide to start spiking when the tracker comes off that boost. I know in this case there was no tracker, so it's hard to judge why they decided when they did, but the tracker goes off, we decide to spike the vehicle. At that point, that opens
just let you know,
us
this
up
is
to
in character, this is
spiking
RP. Like,
everyone involved,
Denzel's looking about
even
like
if
trying to
you've
make
only
a change
just
and potentially take this down a
interfering at that
lawsuit route.
point.
I don't really care. Shout
It
out to all the
allows
cops
us to
involved.
spike you as an interference car. So to you, it'll be, I've only just got involved. Why the fuck am I
So, well, I'll
being
be honest. So
spiked?
the boost was going on for probably a grand total of less than 5 minutes before I got involved.
Yeah, I would have waited a bit longer unless they were being completely reckless with their driving, hitting people or going over pavements constantly. Things like that is the only time I would start within 5 minutes. I mean, when you give someone trying to steal an S++ car, 15, 20 minutes?
What, before spikes start?
Yeah, a lot of the time. If they don't get the tracker off in that time, generally we're still giving them that leeway.
Wow, so that makes it even worse. Yeah.
So we can start spiking anytime we want in a boost, but a lot of us all base it on if they're not being too reckless or they're not taking the piss. Like if someone's just trundling along at 40 miles an hour and going, haha, you won't do anything to us, then we'll be like, fuck you, here,
When
have
the
some
two
spikes
people
and
in the
pits.
boost car were in a C-class, they were sat in the car going, good one, because it was a blue, like, Southside car. They were sat in the car going, good one, like, messing, like, literally having a laugh with the cops.
They were being Sergio.
Yes, and then I pull up, do that, and I get instantly spiked.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I do
It
appreciate
seems
you.
harsh from your point of view, but
I-
so spikes under a car and being rammed, we're going to have discussions on that because it feels very poor behavior to do it in that way because it will force escalation. Like you said, if it wasn't me that ended up on the chase, it could have very easily ended up in Nova being shot, for instance, if it was her having done that. So I want that discussed so we can decide what we want to do, whether we want to take them risks or
what's happening?
just go.
What's going on?
That's a good question. I better turn the radio on.
Our cops down very quickly, that isn't it?
Yep. Got no idea what channel they're on.
D-boost?
I say we add another one to this. Bye, Quinn.
Please no.
Kidding.
I'll be honest, Quinn. I'm not gonna lie. I was very angry, and if it wasn't you in that car, I would have 100% shot the police officer following me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I could hear you were pissed off. The radio's gone quiet. I may have to head that way in a minute and try to save
Where's it
someone.
happening?
South side, usual. I think it's near GG.
Oh dear.
But it's probably not them.
We can let you go to it.
Yeah,
so
if you
don't get in
yeah
shit.
go
you know?
yeah, don't worry, man. If
Yeah,
you
We'll
need to
let
go,
you. We'll let you go to it. We don't want you getting in shit, but we
when I
appreciate
got
these talks.
when I got more word back in regards to how Angel wants us to act, because I think it's important to get her point of view on that, because I'm iffy on it, and I said to her, deploying underneath a car, understandable. They're spring loaded and will fit under. The pushing it, she's like me. She's like, is that a step too far? So she wants time to think about
considering
it.
the situation, I mean, if you explain to her what kind of it was, maybe it is, you know.
Yeah, especially on a sea boost, but on any, I like to get. I don't want there to be too many variables. Like if it's A+ and above, you.
No, I understand that, but I just don't think.
So
You know, 5 minutes into a
yeah.
sea boost probably wouldn't somewhere that I'd expect to see
Yeah.
that. I'll be honest, but who knows? Anyway, right, I'll let you go to your thing. Appreciate you, Quinn.
Yeah,
Take care.
but like I said, I'll let you know when I get word back,
Mhm.
and we'll try and keep things on a level kill with you.